Guys, what's up? It's your boy Chuckles back at it again. Taking a review at one of the sexiest rifles out there right now in the market. This is the G&G Cobalt Kinetics licensed BAMF rifle. So this rifle is based on the real Cobalt Kinetics BAMF Edge rifle, which is a race rifle designed to be streamlined, as fast as possible, no distractions, nothing preventing you from getting the fastest speed that you can on your rifle. So let's get into it. So starting at the front, you have your federally mandated orange tip. It is removable, so you could put on 14 mil counterclockwise, anything. You have G&G armament, pretty standard flip up sights, adjustable for windage and elevation. They're great, they do the job, but you're probably gonna throw some bougie on here. You have the rail system, which is pretty slim all around. The only true M-lock capability you have is on the underside of the rail. So you can put on hand stops, grips, whatever you want. It does have two rail sections at the front of the rail at the 6 o'clock and the 12 o'clock position. So if you get rid of the iron sights, put a flashlight, or you could put a flashlight underneath. You wouldn't want to put a grip that far forward, wouldn't work, but you could. The sides you're not technically supposed to put anything on. If you had a PTS ERS segment, you could, but it's a race rifle, so you don't need flashlights or anything. The top of the rail is smooth, and there's only a little bit of a segment connected to the upper rail of the upper receiver, which allows you to really get full C-clamp on, baby girl, you're going. Two QD sling mounts, front and rear of the rail system. Pretty simple, that's it. The receiver, as well, is CNC'd aluminum. The body is stylized, it looks really cool, really clean, really great. Doesn't have a forward assist. Don't need one. It's Airsoft and it's a race rifle. Pristine. You have the bolt cover, right side of the gun. Charging handle is ambi as well. Really cool. Stylized as well. Bolt locks back so you can access your hop up. Bolt release on the left side of the receiver. Really cool. That's the only part that isn't ambi. The fire selector and the magazine release are ambidextrous, so it works on either sides and they actually work, which is really good. The cool thing about the Selector is a lot of race rifles will do is it has a 45-degree throw to full auto. So you have your standard semi. It's a 45-degree turn to get to fire, just the semi. And then to auto, it's another 45. So it limits the amount of time between you getting up on trigger and you're not accidentally hitting the thing going all the way to full auto. You're just there, boom, you're good to go. The right side selector is cut down a little bit shorter, so most righties won't have an issue, sorry lefties. You do have the mag well, it is flared. It does have an additional aluminum piece to give it a little bit more flare, so it's super easy for you. You'll always find your way essentially to getting the magazine in the gun, and it looks cool as all heck. It does have all of the official licensing, so Cobalt Kinetics, St. George, Utah, USA. Really nice. Pretty deep in the receiver, so they're not going to wear off anytime soon. Really cool, really nice. Go down, you can see the trigger is gold, which is super hot. I like that gold trigger, just sticks out with the rest of the gun. Is, you know, has the electric blue and silver kind of thing going on, so a gold trigger is a really nice contrast. The grip is actually aluminum, and the cool thing about this is the angle on it. With most M4s, A2s, like a lot of the grips are just, they have too much of an angle downward. So it's not comfortable to hold in your hand. Whereas this guy just really fits really naturally. So again, it's just minimizing the amount of, discomfort in you trying to maximize your performance. The stock is one solid piece of aluminum. So in order to access the battery space, you have to remove the included Allen screw, pull that off. You have access to the back, the entire length of the buffer tube. So you could fit a 7.4 and 11.1 stick type right in there, no problem, all set all day. Now I will say that this isn't for everybody because of the length of the rifle, 1, and 2, the stock's not adjustable, which is longer than the standard where the AR-15 will normally rest. So people with big arms and stuff, this is probably for you. Included with the rifle is a 90-round mid-cap magazine. This is also one of their BAMF mags, so it kind of has a PMag look, a little bit cooler. Has a Cobalt Kinetics logo on either side. Texturized, really nice. When the magazine's empty, it is a G2 magazine, so When the magazine's empty inside of the receiver, it will cut off power to the gun, so you need to pop in a fresh magazine before it'll be able to fire again. But this also has a really cool feature that only a few people know about. So, on the real rifle, there is a super cool feature that G&G was able to incorporate onto their Airsoft replica, which is an auto drop feature. So how it works, there's a little lever on top. You can pull it back, and when you plug it into the rifle, when it detects that magazine is empty, I'm gonna push it in, it locks in, but it drops right out. So it's a nice little lever feature. It's really cool, but it's not the only way you can run the magazine. You can run it as a standard G&G magazine. Have no issues with that. Turn it on, turn it off. It's a cool feature. Don't complain about it. It's hardcore, bro. In the real world, if you were in a shooting competition, you want to minimize the amount of time that you have to do literally everything. So the minute that your gun detects that the magazine's empty and drops out, that's one less thing. You don't have to hit the magazine release. You don't have to cycle out anything. So it's a really cool feature, and it's great for speed shooting. So good on you, G&G. This gun internally boasts the new G2 gearbox by G&G, which means that the MOSFET that's included is half the size of the regular MOSFET. You have a micro switch trigger, you have a reinforced gearbox, you have an improved angle on the bevel gears, you have double O-ring piston and piston head, you have a quick change spring out the rear of the gearbox. It offers a lot of upgrades in the package that you don't have to pay extra for. Also, it boasts a rotary style hop up and a tight bore barrel. These things are killer. For the price point, what you're paying for, it's gonna come with some of the nicest internals that you can get on the market right now. The gearbox has an integrated speaker into it. So when your battery's low, the gun will detect that, cut off power to the gun so it won't fire anymore, so you don't kill your LiPo battery, which is an amazing feature. More guns need to have that feature at that premium price point. Heck yeah. The G&G BAMF rifle is shooting about 345 to 350 FPS with a .25 gram BB. So overall, it's really solid. It's perfect. You could use it indoor, but if you're using it outdoor, it's just right to get a little bit of both. You're going to be shooting at least 20 rounds a second. These things crank with an 11.1 LiPo, which is what I'd recommend running because this thing needs just that little bit more power to get that high end. You get that really great crisp trigger response. There's almost no delay. These guys are solid. Internally, externally, bam. So why should you buy this rifle? The G&G Cobalt Kinetics rifle, not only is it a replica of the real thing and a really cool option, internally the thing boasts some of the best internals you're gonna get on the market. This thing's great for indoor use and outdoor use. Indoor, it might be a little bit more difficult because of the length. However, outdoors, this thing's gonna be killer with the rotary style hop up, tight bore barrel, and the new G&G buckings. These things are gonna be crazy intense. Really cool features. All around, this is a great rifle. They're pretty popular here. And if you wanted to pick one up, if you're unable to make it to our in-store location, we do have this rifle available on our online store, including most of the other rifles in our inventory. So you can go online, purchase it, we'll ship it out to you with some free swag, and it'll be super cool. You'll have one of the freshest rifles this side of the block. Other than that, it's been your boy Chuckles. Follow us on Instagram. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us here on YouTube if you haven't already. Stay tuned. We got a lot of cool content coming your way. It's been your boy Chuckles, and we'll see y'all next time.
All right, don't hate me. Audio's not rolling.
Okay, that's fine.